Glad to have you join us at this time. President Muhammadu Buhari is encouraging Nigerians to live in unity and not let terrorists divide the country along religious lines.
Well, this is in reaction to a video released by the so-called Islamic State. The group claims it killed 10 of 12 hostages shown in the footage because they were Christians. In President Buhari's message, he said, and I quote, "I am profoundly saddened and shocked by the death of innocent hostages in the hands of remorseless, godless, callous gangs of mass murderers that have given Islam a bad name through their atrocities. We should under no circumstance let the terrorists divide us by turning Christians against Muslims, because these barbaric killers don't represent Islam and millions of other law-abiding Muslims around the world. As a president, the collective security of all Nigerians is my major preoccupation, and the death of an innocent Christian or Muslim distresses me. These agents of darkness are enemies of our common humanity, and they don't spare any victim, whether they are Muslims or Christians, and therefore we shouldn't let them divide us and turn us against one another. The goal of these psychopaths is to cause confusion and spread distrust between Muslims and Christians, despite the fact that they aren't representing the interest of Muslims or Islam," end quote.
As the president said, the terrorists have no clearly defined agenda except the pursuit of evil through indiscriminate murder of innocent people, contrary to the teachings of Islam, which prohibit massacre.
Now let's bring in security expert Onah Ekhomu, who joins us to discuss this particular issue. Just how significant is this video at this time and its impact on what the president is saying about the need for Nigerians across religious lines to unite?
Thank you very much, Mr. Afwache, for that question. My heart goes out to the families of the victims of the senseless murder of, by ISWAP. Now, we know that I don't see why this should really divide Muslims or Christians in this country, because it's been going on. Boko Haram, like I've said on many occasions, is an equal opportunity killer. They kill Christians, they kill Muslims, they kill even traditional religious personnel, and they don't have compunction. The president rightly said, he said that they are psychopaths. I want to add, they are also sociopaths. You know, these are very sick people, they are very demented people, and they don't have compassion on anybody. And this, I think another thing, we shouldn't conflict what these people are doing with Islam. These are jihadists, okay, or Islamists, if you may. Islamists are people who just based on religion and based on fundamentalism want to change government by force or foist insurgency on the populace. So that's really what we are saying, and they're using terrorism as a means of achieving that. So these are not really, I mean, we've seen them for 10 years, so they are not new to us. They've bombed churches all over the north. They've almost destroyed the entire church infrastructure in Borno State. They destroyed mosques. Even Mashalachi Sariki, the central mosque in Kano, was hit by a Boko Haram bomb, which killed almost 200. So, I mean, these are all Muslims they killed. So, certainly, we have one common enemy, and that is the insurgents. It's not about Christians, it's not about Muslims, it's about insurgents. And it's about the strategies of the government to bring this thing under control. That's what's important.
So we are told that war on terrorism is not the regular type, given the guerrilla nature of the terrorists involved. But this particular video, what does it tell us about the ongoing fight against insurgency in Nigeria?
Thank you again, Mr. Afwache.
Well, this is Nifemi, not Okoche. You mentioned it the second time.
I'm sorry, sir, Mr. Nifemi. I'm sorry. Your voices sound alike. But however, this is what terrorism is about. Terrorism is about the shock factor. It's about, you and I are discussing it right now because they did it. You know, terrorism is about the cruelty. Terrorism is about the wickedness, the evil. like the president rightly described it, the evil, the evilry. Now, that's what terrorism is about. When the French came up with it in 1795, La Reine de la Terreur, when they beheaded the French monarchy in the, during the Maximilian Robespierre thing, it was to create a shock, to bring, to show real cruelty. And that's what terrorism is about. It's about how crazy they can be. And these guys are extremely crazy. They are not the kind of terrorists who call people and say, we've placed a bomb in your building, get away from there. Those are terrorists who even have an agenda. These guys, they don't have an agenda. Like the president said, they don't have anything for the populace. They are there to destroy, to maim, to kill, to behead, and to destroy with IEDs. So I think Nigerians, again, the ball goes back to the government. I don't think the government needs to worry about Nigerians, because the average Nigerian knows that the government is not encouraging this. So they know that these are really crazy people. But what we expect from our government is workable, useful strategies that will bring this thing to an end. It's gone on too long. Over 10 years, that's too long for any
Absolutely.
insurgency.
Security expert Onah Ekhomu, thank you for talking to us on TVC News at 7.